Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So I'm going to let you listen to what this young man has to say, and then I want to focus on the comments. You know, it's always in the comments. So without further ado, here we go.
So I'm gonna say, women with multiple baby daddies is a red flag, and this is why I say that. You trying to tell me now, if you have 2 to 3 kids or even 4 kids by one guy, that let me know that you really felt strong about this person, and that you really love this person, and that y'all really had a future together in your mind. So you thought. Sometimes things don't work out, and that's understandable. Or maybe he passed. That's also understandable. But you trying to tell me you got 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids, 5 kids by 2, 3, 4, 5 dudes? You trying to sit here and tell me that you have made the same mistake over and over and over and over again, and you ain't learned your damn lesson? And you trying to sit here and you think that I'm gonna be a part of your plethora of mistakes that you made in your life? No, fuck no. It ain't going like that. But if I see you continually make the same mistake over and over again, I'm sorry, it's probably a you problem. It isn't them. Nobody don't want to say it.
Now, what he said, completely understandable, completely true. He even gave the caveat of, you know, you might have been in a long-standing relationship. That relationship did not work out. You have children from it. You know, it could have been a marriage or what have you. You know, you ended up divorced and you had all your children by this man, and that didn't work out. Okay, that's understandable. That happens. You had children by a man and he passed away. That also happens. So he actually set extenuating circumstances to the side. So basically, he's not talking about that. He's not talking about, you know, circumstances where you may have been married or you may have been in a very long-term relationship. You had a few children by this man, things of that nature. So he was very clear on what he's talking about. Then he spoke on what he was actually talking about: 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids, just like the lady that we did a video on yesterday. And you're gonna continue to have children in these situations. What are you doing? You having several children for different men, none of which that you were in relationships with, because 9 times out of 10, these women are not married to these men. You're not married to all of them. Even if you might have been married to the first one, them other 3, 4 baby daddies, they baby daddies, not fathers of your children. So you weren't married to them. And so we all know, everybody who's listening to this knows exactly what he's talking about. And the hyenas know what he's talking about as well. But then you always going to have them windmilling in every comment section whenever it comes to holding accountability for them and just saying, listen, it is a red flag. You don't make good decisions with your womb. Here we have this one lady say, yeah, they are a major red flag, because no way I'm having multiple kids with different ninjas and get no ring. Y'all love being a ninja's baby mama. This one says, and now reading is fundamental and so is listening. My first son's dad was murdered, so this has absolutely no logic to it. Just blowing his halitosis breath, didn't spell that right, did not spell that correctly, and producing carbon monoxide. So then you have somebody say, but didn't he say if your child's father passed, it's understandable? And then a lady says, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. He said if the baby daddy passed, that's understandable. And then another lady says, didn't y'all parents teach y'all to listen before you speak? You see what I'm saying? Like, what are y'all even saying? Said he clearly said multiple, as in 3+. You were so ready to get defensive when you're not even the target. Another person says, with everything, there are exceptions, but this is speaking to the women who have not had these extreme experiences you had. Stop trying to deflect, because it is very logical. Okay. Here's another one that maybe not really the target. 2 baby daddies, both children 8 years apart, both relationships long term. Ninjas change after you have the baby, but I never had any more kids. Won't have me stuck. My youngest is 12 now, and that's it. If they have different dads, how did I make the same mistake? People think staying in a situation makes it better. Sounds stupid, but carry on. I don't even have kids, and I'm tired of this conversation. Leave the baby mamas alone. Here's the problem with this one. See, this is why before I speak to these comments, I would just like to say, I have realized that comprehension is at an all-time low, especially in our community. I don't know if it's the failing school systems, the failing parents, or a combination of the two, probably a combination. And but these younger people, and even some of the older ones, but this post looked like this was sort of a woman on the younger side, maybe. But I noticed that comprehension, reading and listening, comprehension is very much on the decline. These people don't know what words mean. They can't spell. I'm just astounded by the level of not being able to understand, or maybe even faking like you don't understand. Because she said, if they have different dads, how did I make the same mistake? And if this is the line of logic, no wonder so many of these chicks have children by different men, because they think if the men are different, then they're not doing the same thing, just with a different man. People think staying in a situation make it. It's not whether or not you stay in the relationship. It's whether or not you had a baby in it. And I don't understand how that's being missed. If you are going from eggplant to eggplant, man to man, or you can't keep a man, or you can't maintain relationships, first of all, you should refrain from trying to have a relationship, and you need to figure out why you can't successfully hold one. That's number one. And then number two, why y'all chicks gotta have a baby with everybody? That's the question. Why a baby? Why a baby? Why? The mistake is that you consistently are getting into these little situationships that may last longer than the average situationship. And now you are promiscuous. You having sex raw with these dudes. Nobody wants to use a condom. Nobody wants to use birth control. It's a problem with everything. With condoms, you can't think of it in the thick of the moment and the heat of the moment. So, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have sex, and because you don't want to stop to put a condom on because you think that that's going to ruin the, you know what I'm saying, the experience or whatever. When I'm here to tell you that once it gets to that point, a man want to have sex. So if you produce a condom, he about to put that condom on. He about to put it on. And if he don't put it on, he give you too much pushback about a condom, this is not the person you need to be sleeping with at all. Like, you don't need to have sex with them at all. Because ain't no way. Because ain't no way. I'm not telling you we can't have sex. I'm telling you we can't have sex without this condom. That's what we gonna do. And if that dude, he crying and whining, you can go ahead and leave, bro. Go ahead and leave, my guy. Is that we have nothing further to discuss. Okay, so that's number one. So y'all are having unprotected sex. There's no condom. The women are not on any birth control or anything like that. So you're just having sex with these people because y'all vibed out. You know, it was a vibe and this and that. And so now you keep on having sex. It only really take one good time. And then you pop up pregnant and y'all be trying to act like it was a surprise. And I don't know what the surprise is. You know that you have a uterus and eggs and a period. So you know that if you keep on having sex with this dude or any dude and you having it multiple times, y'all not keeping track of ovulations and things of that nature. Y'all are not keeping track of when you're fertile and when you're not. You just having sex. Just whenever the mood strike you. And whenever you got time and whenever he can come over and all that other kind of stuff. So you're not keeping track of anything. And so then next thing you know, the next month come around and you don't have your period. Now you nervous. Now you scared. But there's no reason to do that. No reason at all. Because I don't know what you thought the outcome was going to be eventually. Eventually the outcome is going to be this. And so then, because y'all don't really want to have the dude in a relationship, or being pregnant doesn't make him want to be in a relationship, then y'all be getting mad, and this is how the relationship break up. Because you think being pregnant makes him want to be a dad and want to be a husband to you. And that is not how that works. Men do not work like that. They have to want the marriage and fatherhood and husbandhood and all that kind of stuff with you first, not the other way around. Even if you got a man that says, okay, fine, and he chalks it up and says, okay, I'm going to take care, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to provide, that still doesn't mean he wanted or saw himself with you as a long-term future partner. He didn't, that's not how he saw you. So these relationships be breaking up because then y'all, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, well, he won't act right and he won't do this and he won't do that. And so then now all of a sudden he's a dirty dog and y'all got to break up because now he won't do what you say in this relationship. Or he won't make it an official relationship just because you're pregnant. You be double mad when he don't care that you're pregnant. But maybe you should have been watching who you was having sex with. I ain't know you was going to act like this. Of course you didn't, because you don't really know him. So of course you didn't know what he was going to do. Because y'all vibed one night or you vibed over one of them dating apps or whatever, and y'all just got together without really knowing much about one or the other. So you really get what you get. You really get what you get. Both the men and the women, because the way this is going with y'all and the way y'all moving with this hookup culture, thought culture, we could just hook up, we could just, you know what I'm saying, get on the app and we could just meet each other and then we could just have sex and nobody vets anybody. Nobody tries to figure out who anybody is. Y'all get what y'all get. You get deadbeat women and deadbeat men. You get these toxic females and these toxic dudes. Somebody, I didn't know she was going to be like that, because you don't know her. All you saw was a big booty. You don't know her. You have no idea who this person is, but you was all up in her guts, enjoying yourself with no condom. You don't know who she been with. It ain't just the pregnancy. It's you don't know who she been with or where she been at. You don't know where this person been or what she got going on in that little funk box of hers. You just trying to get it because it's wet, but you need to put something on it. And then be feeling away when she pop out the box crazy. Well, if she didn't come out of a bag, you didn't bother to inspect the bag to see was she even in the bag to come out of the bag. Same thing with the men, with the women. Y'all be quote unquote surprised that the dude is acting this way and acting that way. But the fact of the matter is, you don't know how he was gonna act anyway, because who did you talk to? When did you really talk to him and deep dive into him and see what his mindset was or what he was about? Y'all don't even be trying to figure that stuff out. Y'all don't be even trying to figure that stuff out at all. So it's capped for a lot of y'all talking about y'all was in relationships. No, you wasn't. You was vibing, and then you really didn't know that person until some real situations popped off, and then they colors came out, and that's when you was forced to see who this person really was. So I'm really not feeling sorry for this generation and anybody that's really participating in this little thought culture. I'm not really feeling sorry on either side. I'm really not. Because I'm really tired of y'all, because it's been going on so long that everybody sees the outcome and nobody's trying to rein it in. So the boneyard is a mess, and I don't feel sorry for nobody in the boneyard. And then you got hyenas windmilling about all y'all baby daddies. All y'all little baby daddies. Y'all have a baby for every dude y'all vibe with on Bumble or whatever. And then don't see nothing wrong with it. Oh, well, he tricked me. Ain't nobody tricked you. You ain't asked no questions. You ain't try to figure out who this dude was. You ain't try to figure out nothing. Oh, girl, he look good. Oh, girl, you know what I'm saying? It's good. You know? Girl, he blew my back out. The way he did me, girl, the way he had me. And then that's all you care about. You don't care about who he is or what's going on in his mind or what he has or what he don't have or what his living situation is like or what his mental situation is like. Or, you don't know. You're talking about, oh, come to find out he had this going on and that going on. It wasn't that it was hidden from you. You didn't ask. And you didn't stick around long enough to see nothing before you had your cheeks tooted up so he could clap them. You didn't waste no time. As soon as you saw him, as soon as y'all, you know what I'm saying, hung out together, he was clapping cheeks in less than 12 hours. So he didn't hide anything, but you're not even looking and you don't care until something happens and it affects you. And now you want to look into, ain't no use in looking into it now. Just leave it alone. Anyway, jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.